Yeah, so WOMBO's been building in the AI space since 2021. We've launched multiple successful consumer products. We have over 200 million downloads across everything we've launched. What drew us to Bittensor was a deep interest in how crypto and AI would intersect. And so earlier this year, we evaluated basically every project that was building at the intersection of these two spaces and found that Bittensor was by far the most interesting and kind of relevant to what we wanted to do. And so it's been really great to build on Bittensor. At the heart of Bittensor is a competition across subnets, within subnets, and this competitive force is what drives the evolution of the network. It's prevalent across multiple levels, and to come in such close and direct contact with it is both really powerful and very interesting. It just comes back to that competitive force. So unlike any other project or protocol that I can really imagine, Bittensor lets you harness that directly and achieve and build great things with it as a result. And so instead of defining one solution to a problem that you care about, you get to spend all of your time defining the problem extremely precisely, creating mechanisms to monitor and evaluate the solutions produced by other people. And now you benefit from having basically the whole world try to present you as a solution instead of trying to come up with it yourself. And that's really, really powerful. And Bittensor is a very unique money machine. I won't pretend to understand exactly how and why it functions the way it does, but you as a miner or a subnet owner, even as a validator, are massively incentivized to do your job through the emissions of the network. And so if you mine well and beat all the other miners, you'll receive tau. If you launch a subnet, which is directed weight by the major stakeholders of the network, you'll receive tau. And this tau in and of itself is valuable because it can be reused in the network and represents the bandwidth that you have access to on the network. But simultaneously, it's got real world value and can be sold for US dollars or exchanged for other cryptocurrencies. You know, the daily emission of tau today represents something like $3 million. And so $3 million a day is being distributed to the people who are playing this game. That's a lot of money. And I think the main criteria is, can you create a subnet that accurately checks the submissions of the miners to do what you want it to do? And then let's say that's working, and let's say your subnet functions for a few months. Is the result and output of everything that your subnet been doing, does that benefit like a greater group of people? Because ideally it's not something that benefits just you, but the data you've collected and the training job that you ran on top of the data and all the labels you have, if that can be broadly useful and applicable to many other people, then probably there's a decent chance it's a good candidate to be a Bittensor subnet. It's important that the final output of the subnet is something that's open source, available to all, and created by and for the community.